Hello everyone, this is Ashish Satlani. I'm a product engineer at KSP and my expertise is in RPA. Before we start the RPA robotic process automation, I'll be giving you a small introduction about our company KSP. Basically, KSP is a leading technology solutions provider. We use Microsoft and Oracle platforms to help organizations solve complex business problems like such as monitoring and maintaining their business assets. We have a team of experienced engineers and designers who have hands-on experience implementing business applications. They can tailor solutions to specific business needs. One of our objectives is to provide training on Microsoft products, as we have recently conducted a training session on app in a day and robotic process automation in a day. We have another session on Power BI, which is known as Dashboard in a Day next month, which is scheduled on 9th February 2023. So today our agenda is, first I'll be giving the introduction about our company, about the business applications and Power Platform interview. Then we have invoice processing using AI Builder Cloud First, which my other team member Mohammad Farooq Ahmed Khan will be giving you the insight of this. Then you have the data backup scenario in which we have solved a business problem in our organization. After that, we have conclusions. So there are some rules and regulations for this webinar, like you cannot share the meeting URL with anyone. You can not share the URL with anyone. Only those who have registered earlier for this webinar can come here. And there are some security reasons. Due to some security reasons, the webinar is not being recorded. Also, please stay on mute if you have any questions regarding RPA, regarding DP, and any other thing. If you have any questions, you can ask in the chat, and we'll be replying in the chat right after we see your question in the chat. Okay. KSP also have offices in USA and Pakistan. Our special focus is on IP development with strong services model. We develop products using Microsoft Dynamics apps, Microsoft Power Platform, and Azure Oracle NetSuite. We develop solutions to address sales, field service, HR resources, steel distribution, logistics, and healthcare industry needs. Our company has strong ERP. We have CRM business applications. We have MAB and mobile IP and services portfolios. We have customers around the globe. We have customers from United States of America. We have customers from Europe. We have customers from Africa, Southeast and Far East Asia. In our company, we have 50 plus team members. They have diverse skill set. We have solution architects. We have delivery managers, functional consultants, software engineers, designers, test engineers. Some of our team members have experience working with Microsoft product development team on developing and testing product features for Microsoft Dynamics X 2009 and AX 2012. We have dedicated product development team who are certified professionals, and they are Microsoft certified trainers. Okay. Now we come to the RPA, robotic process automation. RPA can automate time-consuming repetitive tasks by using Power Automate. There are so many tasks in our organization. We have tasks like data entry. We have tasks to keep the data from one place to another place. We have tasks to keep the record of every employee, keep the record of every sale, every purchase, and every sale we do in our company. We have to keep the record of everything. We have to keep the record of employee. We have to keep the record of the data, and everything which is done on repetitive way, by an employee, or it can be any human worker. If any task which is done on a repetitive way and it is time consuming, it can be automated by RPA. There are some tasks like if you have tasks which you do on an occasional purpose, like there are some tasks like you give employees your performance review on a once or twice in a year. These tasks cannot be automated by the RPA because these are occasional tasks. RPA can automate only those tasks which are repetitive. Like this is a machine, and softwares are always programmed for a limited task, and they are programmed for some limited task. Also, RPA uses automation technologies to mimic back offline tasks of human workers, such as extracting data, creating and filling in forms, moving files and data from one place to another, keeping the data of everything, every transaction in our organization. And RPA is a type of business process automation. You can utilize automation in your business, and you can reduce your company cost. You can reduce the time which employees are spending on those repeated tasks. And you can spend, and your employees can spend that time on in a productive manner. It is a business product automation. It relies on the artificial intelligence and digital workforce. Like in the RPA, it doesn't require any human interaction. You predefine everything. Like it can even fill the data for you. It can fill the forms for you. It can keep the data. It can move your data from one place to another. It can record every transaction and then perform according to all of those transactions. You can perform anything with the robotic process automation. It's all up to you. What are your business problems? Then you have to perform those actions according to your business problems. Okay. Then RPA in the market. How many companies are using RPA? 57 plus companies, according to Microsoft. Microsoft conducted a study. Here you can see I provided the link also, info.microsoft.com. Microsoft conducted a study that there are 57 plus companies who are utilizing robotic process automation. They are from different industries, like they are from financial services, power generation, and field services. They have reduced their costs, they have improved security with the robotic process automation. Also, also, those companies saved almost 26,660 worker hours per year. These all of the organizations saved their employees' hours, and then their employees spend their hours on a productive manner. And intelligent automation that unites digital process automation. Also, you can utilize robotic process automation and digital process automation in a single solution with artificial intelligence. And according to the study which conducted by Microsoft, robotic process automation and digital process automation utilized with the AI, with the artificial intelligence, delivered a 3-year return on investment almost 199%. Then, according to its survey, companies reduce time to market by as much as 33%. It means they almost reduce 33%. It's like 4 months of a year. They they also they almost reduce the 4 months of their year, and in that time they can perform perform other tasks. They can spend their time on different products. They can spend their time different tasks. Here you can see there are big companies which are utilizing. I cannot mention every company, like there are 57 plus companies. I cannot mention every company, but these are the famous companies I chose. These are the big companies which are utilizing robotic process automation, digital process automation. This is a cyber agent, which is internet advertising company. They are using RPA in collecting data and then extracting information from the raw data, and then they do prediction and analysis on that data. Then there is PG Film. They are famous for camera and photography. They are also using robotic process automation. Then Coca-Cola, the famous brand for soft drink. Then Chevron oil and gas company. As I told you that these all companies are from different industries. They are utilizing robotic process automation according to their problem. Okay, what RPS can do? If we say in a simple words, RPA can eliminate human error. Obviously, machine is programmed for limited tasks. That's why it reduces the human error. Like there are so many errors which can be done by human, but machine is performed for machine can do those tasks better than a human, because it is only programmed for a single or few tasks. Like human are capable for so many tasks. So let I just want to clarify that robotic process automation is not a physical robot. It doesn't have any physical appearance. It will never fill a role of a human being. Like people think that a robot will take their place and will do their job. No, robotic process automation is a software robot. It doesn't have any physical appearance. It will do only those tasks which is it is programmed for. It will not take place of any human. Also, RP allows businesses to save money. Obviously, if all of your tasks which are on repetitive way, if those tasks are being automated by the robotic or process automation, your company will save money. Your company will reduce the time of employees, and they can make more products than the if their small tasks and repetitive tasks are being automated. RPA integrates with the system. Obviously, as I told you, robotic process automation and digital process automation, if they are being utilized with artificial intelligence, they can be integrated any other system or any other application of Power Apps. Like we have other application in the Power Apps. We have Azure. We have Microsoft Dynamics. We have Microsoft Power Apps. We can integrate RPA in any of the applications. It's easy to scale RPA. Obviously, it's all up to you. You can scale RPA. You just make a single solution for your organization, and a single solution will be doing if your organization had 50 employees and if your organization had 1,000 plus employees. The single solution the single solution you get from the RPA will be utilized in all of the organizations. Like there are some branches of your company, some branches are located in the US and some branches are located in Europe, some branches have 50 plus members, and the other branches 1,000 plus members. So the single solution of RPA can be utilized in all of your branches. It can be utilized for 50 plus members and 1,000 plus members in any of your branch. The single solution, it's easy to scale RPA. Okay. From here, my team member Farooq Ahmed Khan will be giving you the insight of the robotic process automation, digital process automation.
Thank you, Ashish. Okay, so my name is Farooq Ahmad Khan, and I am a senior product engineer in KAISPE. And in today's webinar, like we are looking at invoice processing automation using Cloudflow and as well as desktop flow, like using RP and DPA on both. And also we have a data backup scenario as well in this webinar. So we try to demonstrate in the manner like everyone would be able to understand the solutions and adopt it easily in their organization. So let's quickly introduce myself. I'm working with KSP with this evolving technology since March 2019, and I'm Microsoft certified in Power Platform Fundamentals, Power Platform Developer Associate, and Power Platform Solution Architect. Okay, so with this platform, we have created many solutions, and like some of our solutions related to purchase requisition app, employee self-service app, and then various automation scenarios like HR recruitment automation, public holiday process notification automation, and many more solutions we have built using this platform. So also we integrated this platform with third party as well, like Zero, QuickBooks, BuildExact, BuilderTrend, etc. And most of our solution we work with different data sources in this platform like SQL, SharePoint, Dataverse, Excel, and many more data sources included. So basically the purpose of this platform, like why we are using Power Automate Desktop, why we used RPA in the umbrella of Microsoft. So basically the purpose of this platform has to put an app making in the hands of everyone. The purpose of this platform is like they want to provide automation into the hands of all users and putting insights everyone's hand, whether you belong to IT profession, HR profession, or any profession or any department you have belonging. You can create your own custom business applications, you can automate processes and create reports and dashboard, etc. using this platform. So this platform provides rapid low code no code development environment for building custom applications and processes that meet your organization needs, and to extend your business needs across platform, like you have to extend your need across platform. So you have a Dataverse connector and as well as 900 plus pre-built connectors. That includes like Office 365 connector, Salesforce connector, SAP connector, Outlook, Gmail, LinkedIn, Twitter, and many more connector. Like there are 900 plus pre-built connectors officially now. So you can find all of the connectors here. And if you didn't find like you didn't find the connector, like in one of our scenarios, we didn't find the zero connector. So what we will do, like we can create our own custom connector as well and then consume it in our flows and apps as well. So and you don't have to worry about the compatibility with all device. Like you don't have to worry about the responsiveness of the application or flows. It will run all of the browsers and devices. And it building applications and automation processes using this platform is no more time consuming and expensive. And the best thing is like it enables artificial intelligence to provide advanced AI capabilities to add intelligence into your business applications. It provides pre-built models like form processing, invoice processing, business card reader, etc. And it will make like your application more productive. And we will see in this webinar invoice processing automation. So and it will provide Power Automate to automate repetitive manual tasks, dashboard for Power BI. You can conversationally engage customers and employees using Power Virtual Agent. It is like chatbot, and it is also provide external facing websites component, which was previously known as Power Apps Portal and Test Studio as well. Like you can create your own test cases and test suites for Canvas app using the Power Apps Test Studio. So uh, so quickly, if we wrap it up for the overview of the platform, this is the all-in-one platform where you can create app using Power Apps, you can create reports and dashboard using Power BI, you can make automate repetitive or manual tasks using Power Automate, you can create chatbots using Power Virtual Agent, you can create websites using Power Pages, and to access outside the organization, you can create website as well using Power Pages component. You can extend your solution across platforms using data connectors. You can make solutions more productive using AI builder capabilities. And Dataverse, it allows user to securely store and manage data from multiple sources and integrate this data into business application using a common data model CDM to ensure ease of use. So we tried to define all components into a single line definition. Now we are quickly move to the Power Automate flow in the depth. So basically, Power Automate classified into two types, like DPA and RPA. Like when we have to use DPA, when we have to use RPA. So DPA is digital process automation, and RPA is robotic process automation. Like if you have modern applications, that applications you have APIs, so you should go with the DPA. And when we use RPA, robotic process automation, if we have a legacy applications, those applications that doesn't contains APIs, so we have to use RPA. And you can use if you have API, so you can also use like RPA for that purpose. There is no rule like you have to use DPA if you have APIs. But for like if you don't have the API, so you have to use RPA. There is no option. So this is the pictorial representation of the Power Automate. Like if you have old apps without APIs, you have to use RPA, and if you have modern system with APIs, you have to use DPA. So and Power Automate flows, like flows can be classified into four types as well. Like cloud flows are three types: automated flows, instant flows, schedule flows, and the fourth one is desktop flows, which is known as Power Automate desktop flow. Okay, so let's quickly take the examples of all of the flows. Like automated flows, it is triggered by an event, like arrival of an email, when a record is created, deleted, or updated. Like it is triggered by an event when a record is created in my SharePoint, when a record is updated in my Dataverse, when a record is deleted my any data source. Like data source could be anything. Triggers are present in the out of the box connectors, and actions are present out of the box connectors. So and we will take the example like when we withdraw cash, we receive an email and SMS alert instantly. So it was a trigger, like when a new transaction was created on our transaction table. So it notified details of the transaction of the respective user. So it is the example of the automated flow. Then we have an instant flow, like it is triggered by a button click. Like it needs some human interaction, some kind of interaction. So like, and currently Power Automate flows can have 6 different types of user inputs, like text, boolean, file, email, number, date. Uh, uh, Instant flow has 6 types of user inputs. An example, like here, this is the basic example. Like you can do a lot of things using the button flow as well. Instant flow. So like email can be sent instantly to the team with the push of a button on a mobile device. Like on the button click, I will create a I can create a number of actions. I can add a number of actions to describe my like flow. After that, we have a schedule flow, and it is triggered by a time constraint. For example, like we could create a flow that trigger 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., or on Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesday of the week, and or like any specific time or uh, specific months we want to set. So here is the time constraint. So the trigger is here, like time, not the event or not the click. It depends on the time. Then we have a desktop flow, and it brings the robotic process capabilities and like enable automate all repetitive process in the legacy systems, in the legacy applications. So there are 2 types of RPA, attendant and unattendant, and we will show you in the flow as well. Like attendant RPA is something like it works on a worker's PC, and it is allowing the human intervention as well. Like human can be interact in the attendant RPA, but an attendant RPA user don't have to log in the system. Workflow are triggered all in the background, and they run at the anytime in the cloud. Like you don't have to worry about the machine should be on or off. You don't have to like worry about in attendant RPA. So let's quickly run the scenario. Like we are using the invoice processing. We are taking the example from invoice processing model, and here here you see in the make.powerapps portal, make.powerapps.com. Either you can use make.powerapps.com or make.powerautomate.com. Both have the AI builder option, and in the explore tab, here you find the pre-built templates like invoice processing, text recognition, receipt processing, business card reader, sentiment analysis, predict future outcomes using the historical data. So there are a lot of pre-built models already defined, and you don't have to like you don't have, you don't have to worry about the like training, pre or configuration, etc. You just like use the pre-built AI model, and it extract keys invoice data to help automate the processing of invoices. Like the invoice processing model is optimized to recognize common invoice fields elements like invoice ID, invoice date, amount due, and more. So there is no training or prior configuration is required to use invoice processing. Like you only need to provide an image or a PDF file, and the model returns the result instantly. So let's try it. Here you see there are some extract vendor address, recipient, invoice ID, lines, total, subtotal, and there are 3 different types of format. So I am uploading one of my invoice. So I am uploading it, and it will extract information. And as you see here, like it will read the vendor name, address, recipient, vendor address, customer address, customer name, all of the things. Like it will extract automatically using this pre-built model. And here you see like it will also read lines as well. Like it will extract 4 lines: description, product code, subtotal, total. Uh, all of the things are extract automatically, and we can use in a flow. Okay, so we are using a flow action here. We created a flow already because we have a short time, but I will quickly show you how we can consume it. So it suggests us the template as well. Like as you see here, it suggests the template. Like click a button to quickly extract information from invoices using AI, and send emails. Send the result by email. So I'm using the pre-built template to configure it. Click on continue. Okay, so as you see, it will create a manual trigger, and it will add all of the actions here. And like in the input uh, input parameter, here you find the 6 types of input, like text, yes, no, file, email, number, date. So now what flow does here, like it will extract information from invoices, and it will create HTML custom table, then it will read my profile and email me the invoice details. So quickly run the flow here. Read information from invoices, webinar. Click on save. Okay, let's test it. Click on manually. Click on save and test. Okay, it will establish the connection from the Outlook and Office 365 connector. Click on continue. Now we have to upload the invoice file. And again, like we are using manual input, you can connect like Cloudflow. Like you have whenever invoice is created in my SharePoint, whenever an invoice is added my document library, whenever I receive an email from the invoice section, uh, input could be anything. So I am uploading the invoice 10722, then run the flow. So what flow does here, like it will extract information from invoice, and after that it will it will send the information from the invoice in the email. So let's wait for a while to execute the flow. To get extract information from the invoices, and then it will send email. So quickly check the email, what we will receive here. And 8:32 p.m. we receive an email like, here you see, uh, congratulations for your Power Automate flow ran successfully, and here are some details. Like all of the details are present. Like we have 4 lines here, and after that we have an invoice attached as well. So here is our invoice. So it will update it all of the things. So now what we are seeing here, like we we will run a flow. We have a pre-built, like we already created a flow. Uh, RPA read information from invoices webinar, and we will run a flow, and it's inserted invoice data in desktop Excel and as well as OneDrive. Afterwards, it will wait for the approval to approve, and once approved, it will create invoice lines in purchase order lines in our finance and operation ERP. So let's quickly check the flow. Here you see, same, we will customize same template. uh, we are calling the desktop flow using the cloud flow, and here the same concept present, like attendant and unattended. Like because we are using attendant, so it will shows the execution on our machine. After that, like it will add a row in our OneDrive for business Excel file, and after that we are waiting for an approval, and once we approve, so it will create purchase order lines in our FNO. So if we move forward to the Excel file, okay, let me open. Like here you see RPA purchase orders, and there is no lines, there is no header, and there are no lines. So when our flow is run, so it so it should add the lines in our desktop Excel as well as cloud Excel. Like here you see in the OneDrive for Business in Excel, we don't have headers and lines as well. So let's run the flow. Click on test. Okay, we can run it manually as well. Like we have to provide the input again. So we will upload the file. And we already created a desktop flow as well. Like as you see here, it will launch Excel in our D drive and open the file, and after that it will uh, create headers and multiple lines that we will receive in the uh, flow input. So let's quickly give the file in the webinars invoice 10722, then run the flow, click on done. So the flow does the same thing, but now it will extract information from it will sorry, it will extract information from invoices. After that it will run a desktop flow. From the cloud flow we will run a desktop flow, and it will insert data into our desktop Excel, into our Excel. Like and we are taking the example of Excel. uh, Instead of Excel, like that could be anything, any legacy application, any like any system that are present on our legacy systems, legacy applications. So let's wait for a while, and it should populate it in the taskbar. It should populate it Excel. So let's wait for a while. It should populate Excel in our taskbar and upload the data from the invoice. So let's wait for a while. As you see in the taskbar, Excel is populated. So it should extract information from invoice. After that, it will create one header and 4 lines. Okay, desktop flow is run successfully. So let's check the Excel. As you see here, we will have 4 lines and one header. So after that, it should create okay, in the cloud as well. Like we are using the Excel connector, we can use any connector, we can use a SharePoint connector, we can use Dataverse connector. So as you see here, it headers are already added here, and lines are already created from the invoice. So now what our next step is, like we receive an email because we are using the approval action. So here you see we receive the approval email, like we have to approve it or reject it for this invoice that has like 4 lines here. And once we approve, so in the purchase order, this purchase order, it will create 4 lines, 4 purchase order lines. Once we approve it, so it will create 4 lines from the purchase orders. So let's search it. Like here you see 5 times 0 130 invoice purchase order is already uh, present in our purchase order. Let's click on it, and after that like we have we should have 4 lines, because once we approve, so for this purchase order, all 4 lines are populated here. So let's approve it. I'm approving this requisition, this purchase order, like good to go. Good to go. And once I submit it, so it should show 4 lines here. So I'm okay with this invoice. I'm submitting the comments. I'm good to go with this invoice. And once I submit it, so it should populate. Okay, it should populate 4 lines in my ERP. Okay, my flow is still running. Once it is it will done, so we will check our FNO. It should populate 4 lines from the invoice. So, and we will get the message like our flow ran successfully. Now just refresh it, and it should populate 4 lines from the invoice, as you see here. Like it, once I approve it, it will create 4 purchase order lines from the invoice. So this is the scenario, and if you guys have any questions related to this scenario, so you can ask on the chat. uh, I'm assuming like scenario is clear. Once like it is updating our desktop file as well, and desktop we are using the Excel. We could use any legacy application. We could have like any system in our desktop. So we are updating the desktop as well as the cloud. And once we approve the purchase order lines, we approve the invoice. So what it done, like once I approve the invoice, I approve this invoice, so uh, it will create the lines in our FNO. So if you guys have any questions related to this, so you can ask on the chat. Otherwise we have a another scenario, which is data backup scenario, which is very useful for uh, very useful for IT persons. Yeah, there is a pricing. Like I will share the link in the chat. We have AI builder calculator, AI pricing calculator. So AI charges 500. AI charges $500 for 200 invoice scanning. I will share the link, AI builder pricing calculator, so you guys have clear. And I will share in a while when we have done with the another scenario. Okay, we don't have any questions yet. Ashish, please share the data backup scenario.
Thank you, Farooq. So here we have another scenario of data backup. In every organization, we have employees, we have software engineers, we have designers, we have developers. They all do backup of their data every day because they're working on different projects every day. So this was a problem we solved in our organization. An IT person that regularly backs up the files on the server, like every time we made changes on any application, we any product, we keep the data of the product, and we keep the data of the product on the server. And once file have been backed up, once the data is properly backed up, we make sure that the data is properly backed up. Then we go to check the data, that if it all contains the new modified data. So if one day a data is lost, like today I modified the files of the product, like the application I was working on as a software engineer. If the data is lost, if today's data is lost, so tomorrow if I come and I need the previous version, I need the previous data of the files. So if that is lost, if I don't get the data of the previous file, so I have to go with the new modified version. If the changes I made was not proper, so I can go to the server and get the previous data. So for all this, we have solved the problem of the data backup. All of our IT person and all of our employees, engineers, designers, they utilize this solution every time they go to the lunch, and once they come back from the lunch break, their data is properly backed on the server and they receive an email notification about the data backup. So I've already met the solution in the Power Automate. So RPA, robotic process automation, is basically a technology. So utilizing every technology, we have tools. So to utilize robotic process automation, we have this Power Automate. It is by Microsoft. We have this Power Automate desktop application. It is a RPA tool where we utilize the RP solutions and we automate the problems. So this is a task. This is a folder where I keep the data of the employees like contact. This is a K and this is the RP webinar. This is the some random data. I just wanted to show you how automation works. So this is the data. I will be keeping the backup of this data on my server. Like this is my server. Destination could be anything. It could be a server. It could be an external storage. It could be another drive. It could be another folder in your system or another system within your network. So this is the server for me, and this is the server. So here I will be keeping the data. Like let's see if something is on the server or not. So okay, so what would I do? What would RPA do? It would keep the data of all the files in the folder. Then it would compress the all files, and it would give it name like today is the 12th of January. The file name would be like data backup 12th of January 2023, and the file backup would be on the server. So let's just run the flow. Okay, the flow is being run. You can see the flow is being run. Now it takes 20 to 30 seconds because it is moving data from one place to another. Then it is sending an email notification. So for all that, let's wait for 20 to 30 seconds. Let it to be completed. Okay. Before you utilize any robotic process automation, you must understand that this is a variable panel here. Here, a variable is basically a container in the programming world where we store the data. You can store the data in the variables in the variable panel. Then there is UI element. Then there is image panel. Like then there is this action panel. Here you have to Microsoft has provided you 250 plus actions to perform any problem. Like for this problem, we utilize almost 10 plus actions. You can utilize all of the actions to perform any to execute any problem. So here you can see we have received an email about the data backup successfully. So what do we have? What have we received in this email? Let's see. We have received that the file name is this backup 47.8 12th of January 2023. Okay. It means that 47 minutes of 8 hours. Okay. Then there is file size. The data was about 13 MBs. Now it is in KBs. It's all up to you. Machine responses. Like to understand how our robotic process automation works, you must understand how machine works. Like here you can see this is provided you in MBs, this is provided in bytes. It's all up to you in which format you want to provide. It has it contains 3 files. Here you can see we have got the 3 files. Files count is 3. Then we have contact.txt, k.png, webinar.ppx. Here you can see the contact.txt, txt, k.png. We have all the files. We have information about all the files. Okay. So how do we get this information? Let's see, is our data on the server or not? This PC, this was our server. Here you can see the data is properly backed up. It is in comprised file. It is on the server. Let's see what is in that. And you can see all of those files which were required to be backed up. All those files are in this on the server. Okay. So you can also make conditions. You can also get notified. Let's just see. Let's just disconnect the server for a while. This is the server. Let's disconnect it. So what would happen? Let's see. Run again. So if server is disconnected, if data is insufficient, if data is in running mode, if anything occurs in the automation, uh, we can also get notified about all of these circumstances, all of the problems. Let's wait for the email. Here you can see just right after we disconnected the server, we got another email that data backup failed. It means that our data is not properly backed up. Your server is disconnected. That's why your data is not backed up today. It means it will notify you that the server is disconnected and your data is not properly backed up. Then you can perform action in that circumstance. That's why all of those companies are utilizing robotic process automation because it applies on every condition. You can apply any condition. If anything occurs in the system, if anything occurs in the automation, you will get notified about everything. Okay, before we go ahead, let me just give you the small introduction about the tools. There are the variables, like if you if you're looking for if you're going to solve any problem, so you will be utilizing all of these actions. These are the actions. These are the actions, and what the actions do, that is written on the title. Like you can see get current date and time. This action gives us current date and time. Like this action, you can see zip files, this compress the files, launch Outlook. It launches Outlook and sends the email. Then here you can see we make another subflow in this current flow. If server disconnected, you can see, and it just got error that our server was disconnected and we got an error. If anything, any problem occurs, if any occasion, even if something occurs in occasional, like once or twice in a year, we can also make condition on that, that if something occurs in that, so our automation must go in that way, must respond in that way. So it's all up to us how we utilize our solution, how we make the solution of our problem. Okay, so here we close it.
Okay, guys, so if you have any questions, you can ask. Guys, if you have any questions, you can ask. Okay, so let's move forward for the licensing. Uh, okay, so if your organization has like any of the license like E1, E3, E5, or Microsoft Microsoft 365 E3, or any of the license you as you see on the screen, so you can use Power Apps, Power Automate, all of the things. But for the AI Builder, uh, oh sorry, and you can use for the purpose of AI Builder and the RPA. So you have to buy another licenses. Like in Power Automate Flow licensing, we have two types of license, like per user license or per flow license. What does $15 per user per month license? Like a single license enable a single user to create and access like any number of flows across any environments. Like he can create a lot of flows in any environment, and license are assigned users via Microsoft 365 or Office 365 Admin Center. But in Power Automate per flow license, like $100 per flow per month, we assign a license to a flow, not a user. So a single license enables unlimited users to access the flow. So it will access, we will like many users can access the one flow using the one license. And licensing, this type of license are assigned via the Power Platform Admin Center. So Power Platform Admin Center is different with the Office 365 or Microsoft 365 Admin Center. But we have a requirement, we have a minimum requirement here, like we have to purchase 5 per flow license, and that will cost like $500. So and moving forward to desktop flow license. So in the desktop flow, we have $40 per user per month uh, license, and it includes like all capabilities of Power Automate per user plan as well. Like if you buy this one, so you are eligible to use Power Automate flow license as well. And it will include desktop flow creation capabilities as well. And you can use multiple desktop flows sequentially, okay, not the like not in the parallel. And unattended RPA license is something like you have to buy a $150 per board per month license, and it is uh, like assigned per user with attendant RPA as well. And a Power Automate per flow license is also covered in the in this license umbrella. So and again, unattended RPA is something like it is triggered in the background, and attended RPA we have to like log in on our workstation, etc. So if you guys have any questions or any queries, any concerns, so you can ask us, or otherwise please provide feedback as well for this session, for this webinar. Hope you guys enjoy this session. Hope this webinar is informative to all of you. If you guys have any questions, you can ask on a chat. Okay, thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark. Glad to hear it. Thank you, Mille. Thank you, Kuben. Thank you all. So if you have any queries, you can contact us info@kaspe.com. You can email us at info@kaspe.com. Okay, this is all from us. Stay tuned with our website and our with our KSP website. We have multiple webinars in the future, and we have we have further exciting webinars as well. So stay tuned with us. And this is all from us. Thank you for joining this webinar. Thank you all. Have a good day. Thank you.